Russian propaganda has always loved telling Russian people how terrible things really are in the West. And since the start of this special military operation and the mobilization in Russia, and many Russians fleeing from the country now, Russian propaganda is going extra all out to tell the people that Russia is actually the greatest country ever and that the West is falling apart. We already reacted to a couple of videos like this on this channel. For example, that video Smear in America, in which basically a Russian family is on a plane and is flying to America, and on a plane they realize that America is not so great actually, and they jump out of the plane because on the plane they basically see a trans person. And also another hilarious propaganda piece we reacted to was this video showing how basically Europe is freezing to death without Russian gas and oil, showing a British girl in the UK who is apparently freezing to death and is trying to find a Russian boyfriend in line just to get some heat in this winter. Once again guys, just so true. That is definitely something that's happening. And well guys, today I have some more great news for you because now Russian propaganda has come for Germany. Yes, all you Germans watching this video, I know I have a lot of fans there. What can I say guys? Prepare to get absolutely destroyed and exposed because you will never be the same after this video. Hello Blazers, it is your boy Roman, your favorite neighborhood Russian. Hi guys, doomsday, welcome to a brand new video. And today guys, we're gonna be reacting to Russian propaganda smear in Germany. And this, by the way, is not gonna be just an ordinary Russian propaganda video. It's gonna be Russian propaganda with a little twist. But I don't want to spoil it yet, so let's just react to the video itself.
Guten Tag.
Yeah guys, hilarious Jojo Rabbit reference. So funny guys, so funny, so true by the way. Yes, this is Deutschland in 2023. Again, the classic Russian propaganda trope of, you know, everybody in the West are Nazis and everything. And this is precisely how German leaders speak on TV, right? They literally still paint every German politician as Hitler, even though I feel like Germany has done a lot to get rid of that past. And actually visited Berlin once myself, and all the Holocaust memorials and everything, I thought that was very moving, honestly. But yeah guys, projection is a thing that, you know, Russian propaganda loves to do a lot, so there's gonna be more where that came from. Okay, now I'm confused though. Was that a real sound of Scholz actually speaking on TV? Because maybe when German people are just very passionate and when they're very loud, maybe they do sound like that one particular guy. You know, it's possible. I don't know if that's an actual recording, but if they did voice over an actual recording of him speaking, trying to make him sound like Hitler essentially, I think that's absolutely hilarious. And once again, a lot of projection.
Zelensky.
Hi, Zelensky.
Schneller.
Yeah, so essentially, especially if you're German, I'm pretty sure you already get this. The whole point of this video is basically, we're wasting too much money on helping Ukraine, we're literally gonna be broke now. They're taking everything from us, and they're making us bow down to Zelensky as some sort of a Führer. This makes me fucking sick. And here's the big message to the German people, guys. Ist dein Haus in der NATO? Actually, I think with the way they paint German people and the context of this video should be more like
Ist dein Haus in der NATO? Akzeptiere die NATO in dein Haus.
I don't know why I just did that, guys. I have no idea.
Leopard. Heil Zelensky.
So yeah, that's what it pretty much ends. But yes, and then at the end here it says that since 2022, 22 billion euro has been given to Ukraine from Germany's budget. And the thing is, I do kind of feel like they missed the mark because this is supposed to be like a video catered towards German people to kind of try to change their opinion. And the funniest thing is that most German people's response to this fact would be just, okay, and? Germany is literally spending pennies compared to their overall GDP on helping Ukraine. So like, what's the point here, right? Well guys, this is where the twist comes in. Essentially, this propaganda video was special because it was originally posted by different Russian Telegram propaganda channels and different Russian propaganda outlets, essentially claiming that this is a video that was filmed and made in Germany. This guy, for example, an anchorman on the first Russian channel, claims that the creators of the video are the members of the AfD, Alternative for for Deutschland party in Germany, which is a far-right party that exists in Germany. Other propaganda outlets described this video as German political satire. So essentially all the outlets of Russian propaganda that posted this video claim that this video was created in Germany by Germans in order to sort of make fun of their own parliaments and how, you know, Germany's succumbing to NATO and Germans are giving away their last pennies to Ukraine and Germany's being destroyed. Basically this entire Putin and bootlicker far-right nonsense we'll be hearing for ages now. And the funniest part about this all is that it turned out, very logically, that this video was not shot by Germans in Germany. This video was shot by Russia Today. And the way people find out about this is that actually the mom of the little kid in the video has actually posted on her Instagram saying that this video was produced by Russia Today, and also the actors in the propaganda vid itself are Russian actors that were just found online very easily. So here we have the father and the mother from the video, they're both Russian actors, and so is this lady that plays, you know, the Nazi woman. I don't know what to say, man. This is just so absolutely embarrassing. But how did Western media react to this entire story? Usually, to keep up with all of my news, I like to use Ground News, which is actually the website that I'm on right now. Here we have the article about HEIL ZELENSKY, the Russian propaganda video that calls the Ukrainian president a Nazi and goes crazy on social media in Germany. And if you guys do not know what Ground News is essentially a news aggregator on ultra settings, and it is the ultimate news comparison platform. And to show you guys how it works, here in this article, for example, Ground News shows me that there's a total of 9 news sources that cover this topic, and I can actually go down and check out every single news source individually and actually click on any of them to look at the article on the original outlet's websites. And from what I'm seeing in these headlines, essentially Western media just exposed this propaganda for the fraud that it is and called it out for being terrible, as they should. And Ground News actually gives you the political leanings, the factuality, and the ownership of every single news source. So for example, here you can see that Deutsche Welle leans center, has a high factuality, and is related to the government of Germany. And essentially having all these headlines in one place like this allows you to compare them, to see the differences in language, and how it shapes public opinion. And as a result of that, you also become a smarter news consumer. And another feature that I personally enjoy is the blind spot feed, which actually allows you to see different articles that are either under or over-reported by either the left or the right. And through features like this, Ground News allows you to develop a more well-rounded worldview, keep your own biases in check, and see more sides to the story. So, if you guys want to make your own news reading experience easier and more enjoyable, then go over to link down the description, which is ground.news/NFKRZ, try Ground News for free through my link before August 15th, and maybe if you like it, subscribe and support the Ground News team. Once again, many thanks to Ground News for sponsoring this video, and let's get back into it. But you know guys, I do think that it's really funny that, you know, Russian propaganda is so concerned with the well-being of Germans, and I know, you know, countless German viewers on my channel, you know, I know you guys have, you know, had your kids had their toys stolen, you had your TV stolen and all your possessings just to fund Ukraine. I know guys, it sucks, but you know, you just have to deal with it, you know. I'm just really sorry for you guys out there in Europe suffering this bad. But yeah guys, what can I say? I find it absolutely hilarious that Russians who literally live in places like this have any goal to like speak about Germans and how Germans are like not living a good life or whatever. And the thing is guys, I'm not putting myself above any Russians. I myself grew up in these shithole neighborhoods that are covered with slush and garbage and bullshit in the spring that it's impossible to fucking walk. In a depressing neighborhood with gopniks and syringes all over the place. I've grew up in that place, right? I just know that there's a whole other world out there and that it's possible to live better than fucking this, okay? But yes, I do find it really hilarious that Russians live like this, and yet they have the balls to talk about how Germans are like living like shit now or whatever. German grandmas don't have to rummage through fucking garbage to sell aluminium cans to make a little bit of money. You know what I mean? But Russian pensioners do, so which country is really struggling? It's really fun to see you guys being mad because of the truth. And I'm saying this as a German. Болгары восхитились в очередной раз, братаны, пиздец. Then somebody responds saying, you're a German with a Russian IP address. Actually, we moved to Russia, like a lot of people did. And actually, we're here far away from all the idiotism. Fuck off. Like, you guys are not even trying anymore. Like, what? This is insane. There are no freedoms in Europe right now. You're very naive people. Right now there, if you say something that's out of line, they immediately take your children. My niece in the kindergarten at the age of 4 was taught that she is non-binary. And the parent has no right to say anything against it, because then they will see it as if you're against enlightenment and education. There is no defense for children and family values. That is why a lot of the people we know also moved, so that their children will grow up here in a healthy environment. Wow. Wow. Cool story, bro. I don't know what's going on with Prigozhin's trolls since that dude went to Belarus. Kinda weird. Like, is there any sane person that would actually read this and be like, I believe this story? This is fucking funny, man. Another one that I just wanted to read to you guys. I think that this video is actually very relevant for Germans. They've had their clothes and their boots taken off for Ukraine. Yeah, guys, I mean, so true. Once again, German people out there suffering right now. Y'all are walking around butt-ass naked out there in Germany, you know, no shoes either, because you guys have been robbed of everything. So true, dude. So true. I just feel so bad for the Germans out there, man. Zelensky now replaces everything for them. All you have to do is just look at his portraits and enjoy having no furniture, no jewelry, no TV, no food. Very, very relevant. If your fucking backyard, if your neighborhood looks like this, and I know it does, cause I've fucking lived in this goddamn country my whole life, you cannot say shit about Germans not having shit in their lives. Because I'm pretty sure that Germans are living a much more fulfilling, much more happy, much more safe, affluent life than you ever will. And the precise reason for that is because you're an absolute moron that fails to realize that your country is being bled dry by a gang. And you have never even been to Europe, like most Russians, because nobody has even money to even go to Europe in the first place. It honestly makes me mad, and it also makes me so sad, because I want my people to have a better chance at life. But it seems like my people don't want it. This is a fact now, and not only the Germans are naked now, but the entirety of gay Europe. Yevgeny here answers with, when was the last time you have been to Europe? If you're saying that. The answer is never. She has never been to Europe. Nadezhda claps back with, they themselves are complaining about only having hot water in the very smallest amounts. Same with electricity. All the resorts are completely empty. There are countless strikes because of the low salaries related to the rise in energy costs, etc. Everything that we're being told about, which gives you, you know, this opinion. Once again, guys, what do I have to say? So true. We all know that in Germany, you're only allowed like 10 minutes of hot water per day or so, and about 2 hours of electricity or something like that. So once again, you know, life in Germany just sucks. Y'all ain't got shit, man. All the resorts are empty in Europe as well. Like, so true, dude. So... Блять, вылези из своего Залупинска нахуй и посмотри, что в мире происходит. Кто это нахуй пишет, блять? Я просто... Это просто какой-то пиздец. You know, honestly, this reminds me a lot of this video.
Ой, девочки, мне так жалко американцев. Прямо я не знаю, бедные люди рабочие. Их лишили всего. Их ни за что там считают. Ой,
не плачьте, все будет хорошо. Обязательно Путин поможет. Он всем помогает и американцам поможет.
ну мы надеемся.
Женщина,
Он
нельзя так
как будто-
расстраиваться.
Да.
Не надо так расстраиваться
все,
сильно.
да, все
Как же
будет
так вот
хорошо.
смотришь по телевизору, прям сижу и плачу. Мне так
и
жалко.
жалко.
Yeah, this makes me so mad, man, and sad as well, because once again, I'm just so sad how our people are just so brainwashed. It's fucking over. This video right here is really not that far from actual like rhetoric of many far-right parties in Europe, and the reason for that is because the Russian government and Putin had their hands in the pockets of these far-right parties in Europe for a very long time. Honestly, if it wasn't uncovered that this was like a Russian ad, I would honestly be not surprised that AfD actually released this, because AfD have been best buddies with Putin in Russia for many years. AfD representatives actually went to Crimea before and sort of showed their support of Russian Crimea there, obviously, when Germany does not recognize Crimea as part of Russia. Putin has also been very closely involved with far-right politicians in France. For example, Marine Le Pen was pretty much a Russian puppet from the very start. In Italy as well, different far-right parties have also had ties to the Russian government and have received money from them. And once again, really quickly, I just want to say I do find it funny that none of these Europeans that have directly been receiving money from the Kremlin and essentially creating a human face for Putin in Europe, that none of them are sanctioned or anything. But basically the thing is that a lot of these far-right organizations in Europe actually organize a lot of these rallies asking to stop supporting Ukraine, and essentially it's just parties that are paid by the Kremlin spreading Kremlin rhetoric in Europe. And essentially what's being said in this propaganda is actually not far from what actual AfD supporters say in real life. And honestly, all I have to say is that, you know, people in these like far-right parties in Europe that support Putin and simp for Russia and spread these Russian talking points in Europe, I just want to say, like, are you guys not ashamed to be European? Like, how do you go to sleep at night when you're literally on the Kremlin payroll and you're sitting in a first world free democratic country enjoying all the freedoms that country gives to you, and you're literally sucking Z dick? That's crazy to me, quite honestly. You know, as a person whose like freedom is very limited, who's trying his fucking hardest to break out of the fucking Iron Curtain. It's really baffling to me, and to be honest, it makes me really sad. But yeah guys, I mean, what can I say? In conclusion to this video, I just want to say once again my prayers and, you know, my heart goes out to the German people. If you guys managed to actually get a little bit of electricity today, make sure to leave a comment underneath this video and tell me how terrible your life really is because of, you know, all the money you sent to Ukraine. Let me know, I'm really, you know, worrying about you guys. Other than that, I guess this is gonna be pretty much it for today's video. If you guys did, then please make sure to slap that like on it. As well guys, if you want to support me additionally, if you guys want to support me financially, then you could go to the link down in the description, become a YouTube member. It's basically the best way to support me. It's like a monthly donation, like a Patreon type thing. You can also leave a super thanks underneath this video. Yeah guys, that's going to be pretty much it for today's video though, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.